Dude, let's go. What was the time?
Well, it's a 156.
It's pretty okay.
I'm not banging on it too. I mean, I got to train with this gun a little bit more. Let's try it again. That one wasn't very good. 158, slowing down a little.
Looked okay.
You know, I have an idea. I could start prepping the trigger a little bit early.
We stand back. I'll stand back if you want to do that.
There we go. Oh, 152, that's okay. If I train with this gun, I'll get it down to 130s, I promise.
I agree. Some common issues and some stuff we see in class.
Well,
let's talk through 2011's. Well, whatever you want to say.
Well, I was gonna say, like, bar none, with no question, I've seen the most ADs with this style of pistol.
1,000%.
In class, 1,000%.
Yes.
See the most ADs with this type of gun, people letting them off when they don't really intend to. And with, not strictly speaking 2011's, I know there's been safety issues with single action thumb safety guns where guys end up having an accident and shooting themselves.
Trigger's so light, man. Come check out the trigger on my gun.
Well, to be honest, like a gun with a trigger like this, even to me, it's like this is a nice, it's a light trigger that is nicely made. Mm-hmm. Like I can feel a little bit what's happening with it, but it's still a little bit scary. Some of the other stuff, the factory offerings, like the CZ, the tack sports.
You just breathe on them. They're like a pound.
Yeah, like it's actually a little bit shocking in 2025 that they can sell those and send them out with like that light.
I'd make it heavier if I had that pistol. Like it's too much for me.
To me, I don't like it. It's a little bit sketch. A couple of things, like as far as how to make sure we're safe with these guns. We've had questions about when to deactivate the safety. Now, to me, when I draw, my hand's gonna go up onto the gun, thumb on top of the safety, but I gotta get the gun out to about here, all right, before I'm gonna wanna click that safety off. If you play back and watch those bill drills I was doing, the safety is not getting clicked off until the gun's out of the holster.
Man, like real talk, the thing I see the most is like when people get a grip on the gun, their thumb's already there. All you have to do is just add a little more pressure.
Yes.
I see this happen a lot.
A lot. So I mean,
a lot.
This is a conscious thing that I had to train, have to pay attention to. Where, so you heard when that click happened, the gun's out of the holster. All right, and in my control, and then you're gonna hear that click come off.
So, all right, another question. That was pretty quick.
Yeah.
Honestly, that was genuinely quick.
It was okay.
So on the way out to the target.
Quick for you, maybe.
All right, fine. You're a real turd.
I am.
If I want to save, like I want to be that fast.
Yes.
If I started to work on the trigger, maybe not pull it all the way, but pull. Hey, just hear me out.
Okay.
If I want to start, maybe when it's like to here and pull part of it, and then when it gets up to eye line, I break it. What do you say about that? About saving, like just a little bit?
Being honest with this gun, even. Like other guns like a Glock, a heavier trigger, I can have my finger touch the trigger before I'm on target.
What about apply pressure?
No, I don't. I try not to do that. Because when I apply I mean, I don't like the concept where I apply half the pressure now, then half later. You know, that it's like, it's difficult to do that, and a thing that you really have to train, and I've never really seen the benefit for doing it. This, like a 2011, like the competition 2011 like this, I am very they do not touch the trigger before my sights. I do not.
Bro, my trigger's like, this is 3 pounds and change. I don't touch this thing until I want it to go off.
You say 3 pounds like it's heavy.
Well, exactly.
It's not.
Well, whatever. It could be 5 pounds. Yeah. I'm not going to touch the trigger until I'm like on target and I want it to go off.
Yeah, I mean.
But I think it's like flawed thinking. People do think you're going to save time by, well, let's say transitioning between targets. I shoot one target, like I'll pull part of it out. That way, when I get to the other target, I'm ready to let it go.
I mean, that's a thing that's very difficult to train. I mean, in my opinion, from what I've seen, it's difficult to train to do it. You don't really get a benefit from it. And like, again, from professional experience, I can tell you that is an AD waiting to happen.
I 1,000% agree.
Yeah. Now, is it the end of the world if you're in a controlled environment on a range, like shooting here, trying to be just a little bit faster, you're transitioning over to another target and you pop one a little bit early and it's, safe backs. I mean, no, that's not a horrendous thing. I've done worse for sure. But like, again, like we're trying not to do these things.
So even with your 150, whatever it was, bill drill, you waited until your hands were together
Yep.
You're like almost to the target before
Then
your thumb
hear the
safety comes
click,
out.
and then I didn't feel the trigger on my finger until I actually wanted to shoot.
So the gun's at your eye line before you applied any pressure.
Absolutely. Like with this gun, especially, like, I just have to be careful with this thing.
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, it's a winning edge, I suppose, in one respect, and in another respect, it's an accident waiting to happen.
I was actually getting ready to say those exact words.
Yeah.
Like, having that gun requires a lot of training and very deliberate training, especially dry training with the safety, how you're touching the trigger or when you're not touching the trigger. To be very, very careful, in my opinion.
Yeah, to shoot this well requires training. Make sure you're safe with it. You have to be careful,
Yeah.
for sure.
A minor little tangent. When I was coming up at shooting, I wanted to be very fast, and I loved the 4 aces drill.
Really work out.
I know exactly. So drawing the gun, shooting 2 shots, loading it, shooting 2 shots. I actually wanted to know for just my own self, I recorded myself just to see when I was pressing the trigger. Because I thought, like, intellectually, it's barely getting to brown and I'm touching the trigger. Watching slow motion video, it turned out the hammer didn't even start to move until it was in the A zone, which
Yeah.
was like good for me as a safety thing. Because I was kind of concerned. I was trying to go really fast and I thought, hey, am I lighting these off too soon? So anyway, it's a good idea to check yourself before you wreck yourself. Even in your dry fire training, you could do slow motion video or just play back the tape to make sure you're not touching the trigger until your sights are on target.
Well, yeah, and then the other thing to be careful of is get your finger out of the guard when you're reloading.
Yes.
especially with a gun like this. Get your finger, like, I would establish an affirmative place on the frame. Like, it's not just in my head, take finger off trigger. It's put finger here on the frame. Like, it's not just don't put it there, it's do put it here while I reload. And then
I agree.
back up. Yeah, then that's gonna, again, keep you out of trouble. Fingers well away from the trigger. We don't want to have any accidents. And again, like, these guns, in a sense, are a little bit of an accident waiting to happen if you're not properly trained, you're not being careful.